This is everything you need to know about crypto airdrops today. So let's jump right in, starting with the wormhole airdrop. This right here is a tweet from Robinson, one of the co-founders of Wormhole, saying that he is preparing to ride the worm this week. If you know, you know. So it looks like we're finally going to see some movement with the W token this week. It's probably going to start with just the eligibility checker, but who knows? Maybe they'll actually just launch the token. Next up, let's move to ZK. So I've got a couple of updates for you. For starters, the GRVT platform, which we've been farming and getting these mystery boxes for ZK, has now enabled a new feature where you can get a couple of mystery boxes if you have deposited or withdrawn over $1,000 from one of the decentralized exchanges or centralized exchanges listed here. So DYDX, Avo, Hyperliquid, or Binance and Bybit. So if you have ever deposited or withdrawn over $1,000 using a wallet, you can connect that wallet here and get some of these mystery boxes for doing so. And if you've never actually interacted with the GRVT platform yet, this has been shared by the ZK team. It's super legit and will probably help you qualify for the ZK airdrop. Now, another update for the ZK airdrop is that this page is now live on the summon.xyz application, which is another one of these community building apps like Galaxy, Zeely, Layer 3, etc. Now, as far as I can tell, the actual ZK team has not actually shared this or commented on it. However, the summon.xyz application where this page is hosted is legit, and lots of actual solid players within the ecosystem follow the Summon team. And so if you're interested in filling in this intake form, you put your name, your email address, your Twitter handle, and your wallet address, and then you'll get closed beta access to this new journey for ZK. And one final ZK interaction that you can do is to go to Al2 Finance, because they've launched a new contract deployer. So you can deploy a basic contract here. It looks like they're going to be enabling an ERC20 contract soon as well. So each little interaction like this could be a cheap way to create a new transaction for your ZK wallet. And if you've never actually deployed a smart contract yet, this is a good type of interaction to have for sure. Next up, I've got a quick 2-for-1 airdrop farming activity that you can do, because Zora now launched on the Blast Layer 2, and they have a commemorative NFT going right now, which you can mint for free, plus the mint fees, and you can actually mint it on the Blast network, but you can also mint it on one of these others, and that will help you qualify potentially for the Zora airdrop, but also maybe the Blast airdrop. I can't guarantee that having one of these NFTs is going to help you for the Blast airdrop, but it definitely can't hurt since it's a free mint plus the very small mint fees on Zora. Next up, I wanted to talk briefly about the launch of the ambient finance points. So this actually happened a couple of days ago, but I haven't discussed it yet on the channel. And what I wanted to say is that so far I'm relatively disappointed. So with this wallet right here, I have provided $500 worth of liquidity in an ETH and staked ETH pair on Ambient. And I had also previously LP'd ETH and USDC, although I recently swapped that out for this correlated asset LP because the markets are going up, and I didn't want to risk missing out on the upside if the price of ETH went up, which it has. Anyways, Ambient launched their point system, and it looks like the retroactive points I've gotten for providing hundreds of dollars of LP on this app for several months actually is literally 4 retroactive points, and the points I get it moving forward are significantly better. But honestly, this is just showing that retroactive LP is not being rewarded nearly as much as ongoing LP. And so while I don't necessarily regret making deposits into liquidity pools on the platform, because it probably helped me for the scroll airdrop as well, this is not ideal. And so the launch of the Ambient point system has, in my opinion, been a bit of a letdown. And I've seen many other people commenting the same, that all of the LP that they had provided has not been rewarded retroactively, or at least not been rewarded sufficiently compared to how people are being rewarded moving forward. And this is not a good look, in my opinion, for the application. It's probably going to lose some user loyalty, and also it's not necessarily a good sign for the future of the Ambient token and the Ambient airdrop. That said, there's lots of other decentralized exchanges on the Scroll network that you can provide liquidity to, including SyncSwap, among others. And so if you're looking for another place to park your capital, there's definitely tons of options. All right, I'm gonna quickly run off a couple of Galaxy campaign tasks that you can do right now. This one right here is for Tabby Chain, which is probably gonna have an airdrop, and you can complete a few very simple tasks to get an out and some points. Then I've got a couple of Galaxy tasks in the Bitcoin ecosystem that you can complete. One is for stacking DAO. Only 2,000 people have completed this one yet, and the other is for the BEVM network, and only 5,000 people have completed this. So in a lot of ways, the Bitcoin ecosystem is under-farmed for airdrop farmers. And if you want to go and check these out, if you're trying to farm airdrops in the Bitcoin ecosystem, or if you just want to look into it and get into it, then these are a couple of good ways that you can start off. So for example, this one right here, BEVM, you just have to do a couple of social things and then bridge some testnet Bitcoin. Next up, I have an update on the Jupiter exchange, and for people that received the Jupiter token in the airdrop, or if you just purchase it after the token was launched, you will be able to, as of tomorrow, lock up your tokens and vote in the DAO. And the first vote is going to be starting tomorrow. So if you want to try and do this, it could help you because Jupiter is going to be having, remember, multiple rounds of their airdrop. What we saw just last month was the first round, first of several. So if you lock up your Jupiter tokens and vote in the DAO, this could help you qualify for future airdrops, something to keep in mind. Oh, and also votes will receive Jupe tokens and Launchpad tokens as rewards. So this is not unincentivized. Now moving back to the Ethereum ecosystem and specifically the Eigenlayer airdrop and all of the different LRTs, the Renzo protocol has now launched on L2, which is great because if you want to make a deposit on ETH mainnet, gas fees are absolutely insane. And actually, let's look at ultrasound.money. This is a great website that I use to track the Ethereum ecosystem, and you can track the trends in gas prices. You can see what is causing the spike in gas prices. So if we scroll down here, we can see which applications are burning the most ETH and causing the price of all of our transactions to go through the roof. And so right now, since the markets are mooning, it looks like a lot of people are just trading on Uniswap, transferring ETH, and doing a lot of DeFi stuff. But since the price of ETH over the last 7 days has been steadily above 30, and over the last 24 hours has barely gone below 50, that means transacting on ETH mainnet is getting ridiculously expensive. However, if you want to participate in the Eigenlayer airdrop, which in my opinion is still one of the premier best targets for airdrop farmers in 2024, you can now actually deposit into the Renzo protocol on L2. So on Arbitrum, you can deposit ETH and wrapped ETH, and in exchange, you'll get the Easy ETH. And you can also currently deposit ETH on the Binance Smart Chain. So if you want to farm the Eigenlayer airdrop, as well as the Renzo protocol airdrop, this is a great way that you can do so. And you can also use Pendle on the Arbitrum L2, and soon you'll be able to use Gearbox on the Arbitrum L2. So there's a few options now opening up for people that want to farm this airdrop meta for restaking without having to pay the absolutely insane ETH gas prices. And honestly, I myself, when the Ethereum mainnet gas prices are like this, refuse to do any transactions. All right, next up, there's an eligibility checker going around for this meme coin within the Cosmos ecosystem. You can actually go and check your wallets for these different chains to see if you qualify for any of these tokens. Now, this is a meme coin. I do not expect it to actually be worth a lot, but free money is free money. So even if you get $5, $20, who knows? There's no harm in that. Now, I'm not actually endorsing this coin, but since the eligibility checker is simply a copy paste of a wallet and you don't actually have to connect anything or sign anything, you could go and check to see if you're eligible, and then later on we'll discuss whether or not this is actually going to be worth anything. And then finally, I wanted to just briefly touch on this ARK Digital or AARK token drop because basically no one was able to claim, and it's been a complete show. So this is another Pyth staking airdrop letdown, and well, TIA stakers, you had to be staking over 100, which excluded most people from qualifying for this. But even though I have one wallet with over 100 TIA tokens staked, I did not even try to claim because of all of the issues that I saw people were having with this one. So a lot of red flags on this. And then there's actually another airdrop for Pyth stakers that was announced, but it's another probable letdown. This one from Dyson Finance. Basically, they've just got a pool of $10,000 worth of token rewards, and you have to complete a bunch of campaigns on Galaxy in order to qualify. However, in order to be able to actually even participate in the Galaxy campaign, you need to be staking 500 Pyth tokens. So this is not what most of us probably had in mind when we staked these tokens hoping to get airdrops. And I've seen a lot of people in the comments on YouTube or on Twitter expressing frustration with this, that so far there has not been any real solid airdrops for Pi stakers. However, I still have optimism that we could see one relatively soon. And as I said on Twitter the other day, I think the next few months are going to be epic for airdrops, and we're going to be seeing some tier 1 projects drop their token, starting potentially with Wormhole, but then moving forward into a lot of other Solana ecosystem plays like Camino, Parcel, maybe MarginFi hopefully soon, and then within the Ethereum ecosystem, some tier 1 airdrops as well, maybe some L2s like ZK. We'll probably see the Eigenlayer token drop at some point soon, as well as all of the LRT protocols like EtherFi. Swell is going to drop relatively soon, and I'm not even scratching the surface with that. There's also going to be all of the other tier 1 bridges and interoperability protocols, a bunch of different DeFi applications, and of course all of the different ETH L2s that we've been farming. So there's a lot of potential, and the next few months are going to be key, especially since the price of everything is mooning. Now is a perfect time for projects to drop their tokens because they can get max value for that. Nobody wanted to do an airdrop in the bear market because the price of their token would just go straight down, but now people have seen that it's actually possible to drop a token and then see the value of it increase over time. And so the stars are aligning, I think, for the next few months to be absolutely massive for airdrop farmers. So don't give up just yet because there's still huge opportunities coming.